Warriors with Vinny Goodwill in just a second. But first, a couple of big plays from yesterday. Big three, Jason Richardson with a big reverse slam.
Former slam dunk champ, showing he still got it.
Oh, man, he got the bunnies now. Look how quick he gets up.
That's hops, Vinny. He's got jumps.
I used to have those.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you a lie.
Used to have.
Bring a video tomorrow. Video or it ain't real. Used to have those, Vinny. Stop lying to America. Good job, Jim.
Oh, I wasn't trying to tell the truth.
More big Watch this. Dropping
Welcome to
Mike
Nick Wright's
Taylor
world.
with the nasty sham god before making a wide open layup. Ooh.
He gave it a little pity pat with his left hand. I thought there was something wrong with the video.
The video skipped or something.
Yes.
Go get him, Will
This
Bynum.
was so nasty.
I didn't know Will Bynum wasn't in the league no more.
The big three is coming up now.
Man, if Ricky Rubio can get $51 million, no one can split Will Bynum off with 5.1.
I had Will Bynum.
I'm gonna tell you what we're not gonna see. We're not gonna see
news, period, man.
Lamar Odom highlights in the big three.
CONCACAF quarters, USA Curacao, American goalie Zach Steffen with an incredible save.
Oh, upper 90 save.
Oh, this was a tough one now. He put it where he had to, and the keeper makes a great save.
You know what that reminds me of? Vinny Goodwill with his hops. You know what I've been getting it. Look at him. Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's what he was doing in Detroit coming up, playing soccer. Yeah, 9 mile, 8 mile, wherever he's from.
Vinny, reports are
3 mile plus 3 more.
the Warriors are finalizing a sign and trade with the Nets to land all-star point guard D'Angelo Russell, a move that would send Andre Iguodala to Memphis. Russell would be paired with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Thompson just signed a max deal to stay with the Warriors. All right, Vince, what do you make of the new look Warriors now?
Actually, Chris, it's East 7 Mile, just to let you know.
Oh, okay, no problem.
That's no problem.
Oh, you stand corrected.
Yeah. But for the new look Warriors,
Yeah.
ain't no champions. It's not a dynasty. Like an entertaining team, maybe. A flexible team in the future when Klay Thompson comes back. I don't think they necessarily signed D'Angelo Russell to trade him. I think they looked at it and said, hey, we just lost to a team that had a few guys in the perimeter who could create their own shot. The Van Fleets, the Kyle Lowrys, the Kawhi Leonards. We're going to need as many shot creators as possible. You can't lose a Kevin Durant and think you're champions. Remember, Chris, we had this conversation about whether Golden State needed Kevin Durant to be championship contenders. And I told the guy next to me that he was a little bit off if they thought that they could just
they were just
have...
drawn dead, just without Kevin Durant. They're just drawn dead.
What I said was, you can't ascribe any assumptions until you see what happens in the offseason, regardless of where Kevin Durant goes, because this league is topsy-turvy. And what happens now? The Golden State Warriors are at best a 5 or 6 seed. These championship windows are finite. And I think theirs just closed. They're going to be entertaining. They're going to be good, at least in the meantime, but they're not going to challenge for anything.
Well, right, but the other thing that happened is Klay Thompson tore his ACL, and we don't have to relitigate that right now because Durant's a net and Klay Thompson's.
But if he don't tear his ACL, they don't sign him.
No, agreed, of course. And so, but the Warriors with D'Angelo Russell, I get the move, kind of. Because you were going to lose Kevin Durant for nothing, so get something. And you're right that maybe a year or two from now you flip him for something because assuming he continues on this trajectory, he made a legitimate all-star last year and he showed who he was as the number 2 pick coming out of Ohio State, even though it took him a few years to get to that point. And the Warriors did see in those finals when KD was out and Klay was out, before Klay tore his ACL, when he was out, when he missed the 1 game, or how impossible it was to run their offense when Steph is the only shooter on the court. The way teams would just box in 1 or triangle in 2, anything they could to stop Steph Curry. They won't have to deal with that now next season. They will have a legitimate secondary option to Steph Curry. And when Klay Thompson comes back, they'll have a very interesting 3-guard lineup to run out there. But no, they're not a contender. And in order to stay afloat next season, they did borrow from future Golden State Warriors. They borrowed from future potential cap flexibility if they're going to let Draymond's deal roll off. They borrowed that 2024 first-round pick that we have no idea what that is going to be. So this was not cost-free. And they reminded the whole world, no matter how much you talk about unity, no matter how much you win, man, this is a cold league. Andre Iguodala, thank you. You sacrificed. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for being the first big piece that led us to this dynastic run and winning a finals MVP. Go enjoy Memphis. we'll see you later. And Andre, it seems like Chris saw this coming with some comments he made in a radio interview week up during his book tour about them misdiagnosing an injury. But the Warriors are interesting next year. They are not contenders to make the conference finals, much less contenders to win a championship.
D'Angelo Russell's a good player. His good story, and at 23 years, he is a good player to sign as far as moving forward. Not only as far as he's ascending, but also he has a contract that is not going to be an albatross around the team. He will be tradable. But to me, this is about entertainment, and it's about next year to be able to take the ball out of Steph's hand, move Steph to the 2 guard because Klay's not going to be playing, and allow Steph to still be effective, to still be one of the best players in the league. D'Angelo Russell, pick and roll. That's his thing. Can he get his shot? Can he get his shot at the end of games? Yes, he can. But from a defensive standpoint, Golden State, when they're not in the top 10 defensively, they are in the middle of the pack as far as one of those seeds in the Western Conference. It's impossible for them to be an elite defending team with Steph and D'Angelo Russell being in the backcourt.
Would this be a different conversation if Klay wasn't injured?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Would they be title contenders going into
No, I'm not sure.
Okay,
I don't
so
think they
there
would have
is a
signed him.
drop-off.
I don't think they would have signed him.
A, I don't think they would have signed them, and B, we lack the sort of comprehension to understand how big of a toll these championship runs take on teams. Not just physically, but emotionally and mentally on the team. That team was spent by the end of this particular playoff run. There were people who believed that that team was going to bow out in the second round before Kevin Durant got hurt, and they sort of re-energized them and sort of gave them a second life, so to speak, and then that sort of carried them to the finals. So even without D'Angelo Russell, even without Klay Thompson's injury, I'm still not sure that they would have had the fortitude, that they would have had the creativity, they would have had the personnel to truly challenge in the Western Conference, which looks like it's going to be just as tough, if not tougher, at the top with the Lakers and maybe with the Clippers if Kawhi Leonard goes there.
I think it's very important to watch Draymond and see how Draymond reacts to being a middle-of-the-pack team in the Western Conference, are they going to treat me like Iggy, disregard me, ship me off somewhere? Because I don't believe they're going to be able to sign Draymond to a max contract. So how does this end with them when they're not playing for championships?
How does Draymond, the newest Clutch Sports client, I believe, how does he react to them not giving him a contract extension this summer, which I know he wants? I don't think they're going to give it to him. Draymond, it would shock me if they were to offer him a contract extension, he turns it down. Draymond would love to be locked up right now. I don't see that coming. How does that play out in the future? For the Warriors, though, yeah, this is about, they got a brand new arena coming. Yep. They've been to 5 straight NBA finals. And Vinny's point should not be overlooked. We act like the championship runs to only take a toll if you win the title. The Warriors played as many games last year. If they won the title, they didn't win the title. The NBA Finals won 6 games. They played 6 in the second round. They played 6 in the first round. There's a long playoff run at the end of 5 years. They were going to need a